haven't broken any laws. This cop is holding up all this traffic because I won't give him my name. Now, why do you feel the need to detain me?
Just what's your name?
It doesn't matter.
I need your name for the report.
No, good citizen.
You can't do that.
Yes, I can. I have not broken the law. There is no crime being committed. Do you suspect me of a crime?
I'm not saying I suspect you of a crime, but you're refusing to give your name, which is kind of...
Is my...
No reason why not to give your name.
It is my Fourth Amendment right.
Alright, I'm not going to have this argument. Alright, ma'am, you're under arrest.
He is arresting me because I did not ID.
What's going on, everybody? And today's video comes from Tony James. It was filmed on May 8th and it involves the Columbiana Sheriff's Department in Lisbon, Ohio. Tony was walking on the shoulder of the road. There are no stopping, no standing, or no pedestrian signs. This is a roadway that's completely legal for pedestrians to travel on. She eventually gets to a stopping point where she waits for a ride that she has just called, and then she's approached by police. Deputy Campbell of the Columbiana Sheriff's Department tells her that there were multiple calls from other motorists, concerned that she had been walking and wandering in the middle of the road. Interestingly enough, a records request for 911 calls for that evening relating to pedestrians walking in the roadway don't exist. And they don't exist because there were none. Deputy Campbell spotted what he thought to be an easy target. He hopped out of his vehicle and demanded her name. The interesting part is he tells her that she's committed no crimes at all, and then he winds up arresting her for not giving up ID even though she'd committed no crime. This one's crazy. Let's jump into the video.
I haven't broken any laws. I'm not walking anymore. I have a ride coming.
Now let's just pretend that she actually was walking in the middle of the street. Let's pretend that motorists called into dispatch and reported that she was walking in the middle of the street. When police arrive, it's very clear to them that she's standing on the grass. She's walking on the grass. There are no signs of distress. The citizen's not asking for help. She's indicated that she's waiting for a ride, and he hasn't witnessed her doing anything wrong. At this point, there's no reasonable articulable suspicion or probable cause that a felony, misdemeanor, or ordinance violation has taken place, is currently taking place, or is about to take place. This deputy has no lawful or legal reason to extend his interaction with this citizen whatsoever. Even if people did call it in, it should be over right there, right then. But no one called it in, and he's not willing to let this go without violating some rights.
You're holding up traffic. This cop is holding up all this traffic because I won't give him my name.
And this garbage truck driving by does not help this cop's agenda whatsoever, because his argument is that she's walking in the middle of the road. If that was the case, this garbage truck would have hit her. Also, you can see at least 5 to 6 feet worth of grass from the camera angle before it even gets to the street. It's abundantly clear she's done nothing wrong, but this deputy is still willing to put her and the other motorists at risk just to stop there and violate her rights.
There's no reason for me to give you my name. I haven't broken any laws.
I think this is one of the most entertaining parts of the video. The cop has now pulled off into the grass. And she's further back than the front of his cruiser. Just goes to show how far away from the street she was. But the only person walking in the street is the cop. The same person who's about to violate and arrest her for doing something she didn't, the very same thing he did. Rules for thee and never for me. The motto of every cop.
Now, why do you feel the need to detain me?
I'm not detaining you as of right now. I mean, I could detain you for
what
refusing
crime?
information.
For what
Walking down the middle of the road away.
What
Walking down the middle of the road away.
What
Walking down the middle of the road away.
Now let's pretend again, because with cops we always have to pretend because they don't live in the land of reality. Let's pretend that people actually did call in and say that she was walking down the middle of the roadway, even though a records request has revealed that no such calls ever happened. Even if she did, it was outside of the officer's presence. He didn't physically see it happen. And here's an example. You're walking down the street, no one else is around but one other person. That person walks by you and gives you a shove. Police officers will investigate. But they won't make an arrest right there because it did not happen in their presence. The best case scenario, they'll take your statement and give the other party a date to show up in court for a probable cause hearing to see if there's enough evidence that they did it at all. The same thing is true here. Even if in the land of imaginary cop, people did call in, when he arrived, he observed her breaking no laws. So he has no reasonable articulable suspicion to detain her, let alone demand ID based on a crime that he is about to admit he never saw her do.
I'm not walking in the middle. Nuh-uh, I was on the berm of the road. Don't try to, do not try.
I've had multiple people call and say
I don't care. I was not in the middle of the road. I was on the side of the road. You seen where I was at.
I know, but I
which is perfectly legal.
Just what's your name?
It doesn't matter.
I need your name for the report.
No, good citizen.
You can't do that.
Yes, I can. I have not broken the law. I have not broken the law. There is no crime being committed. Do you suspect me of a crime?
I'm not saying I suspect you of a crime, but you're refusing to give your name, which I'm not saying I suspect you of a crime, but you're refusing to give your name, which is...
You're not suspected of a crime, but you're refusing to give your name. And then the refusal of her identity is the reason and cause for her arrest. That has to be cop logic. You exerting your rights without the basis of a crime can never be converted into a crime itself. What that means is if you've broken no laws or ordinances, you don't have to give your name to police. You have a Fourth Amendment right to be secure in your person, your papers, and your effects. So if you've done nothing wrong and a cop asks for your name and you refuse, they can't use that refusal as a crime because no crime happened to begin with to be able to ask for your name in the first place. What land are we in? No, you didn't commit a crime. I didn't see you commit a crime, but if you don't give me your ID, you're going to jail. This is the Columbiana Sheriff's Department in Lisbon, Ohio. How do you folks at home feel about them?
Is my
no reason why not to give
it is my Fourth Amendment right.
Alright, I'm not going to have this argument, so you either give your name or I'll have my supervisor come out.
You can have a supervisor come out if you'd like. I have a ride coming. You don't have to worry about me. Wow.
She has places to go, and this cop has held her up long enough. So finally, she leaves where she was standing, and she starts to approach the deputy to ask if she's free to go. And he hits her with this.
All right, ma'am, you're under arrest.
He is arresting me because I did not ID.
All right.
Because I was walking on the side of the road.
All right, you're going to have to call me, ma'am.
For what?
You're being placed under arrest. For walking down the middle of the roadway.
So even though he agrees that she's committed no crime, now she has committed a crime. For walking in the middle of the roadway, something he never saw her do. And he's basing this entire arrest off phone calls that never took place. What he's really doing is arresting her for not providing her identification when she didn't have to. Contempt of cop, to say the least. But again, back to the land of imaginary, where imaginary cops have no logic. People called in 911 and said you were walking in the middle of the roadway. When I arrived, I did not see you walking in the middle of the roadway. I had no evidence to suggest that you'd violated any ordinances by stepping into the roadway. You did not give me your name, as is your Fourth Amendment right. And without any reasonable articulable suspicion or probable cause that I can use to prove in court that you have walked in the roadway, I'm going to arrest you for walking in the roadway based on complaints and calls that were never made and never happened. Columbiana Sheriff's Department, you guys are killing it! Awesome! What do you got coming down the pike? New body cams, new cruisers, new gear, new technology? Go ahead and don't worry about buying any of that. It's going to be awfully hard to buy some stuff with no money, because that's exactly what she's going to take from you, money. I am committed. I am going to help her find a lawyer that's local to her, and I'm confident once they see this case, they're going to take her pro bono.
Please get your supervisor out here.
I've just talked to him. He told me to
Please get your supervisor out here.
I would not recommend struggling.
Please get your supervisor out here.
I will have him come out. I have one coming out right now, but you're fully detained as of right now.
You don't have to cuff me.
I have to.
No, you don't.
Go ahead. All right, go ahead. Put your other hand behind your back for me.
Because I was walking down the road, coming home from work.
And this is the Columbiana Sheriff's Department in Lisbon, Ohio, protecting and serving the hell out of the community. A working woman pushing 80 plus hours a week just trying to keep food on the table and a roof over her head. She committed no crimes except not being wealthy enough to afford a car for transportation. And although the crime rate in Columbiana County has risen over 35% in the past 5 years, these cops can't find it within themselves to fight actual crime. They can only harass women walking down the street, breaking no laws, in the middle of the night, just trying to get home. How do you feel about that? I called the Columbiana Sheriff's Department to ask them how they felt about that. I was hung up on 3 separate times. This is your Columbiana Sheriff's Department, protecting and serving your community. And until next time, that's the reason I stopped you today. Her original channel and video link will be in the description. Check her out, tell her Accountability for All sent you, and show her some support.